Hi everyone, and welcome to the Scrap Hoarders Birthday Collaboration Series. We have some wonderful crafters in this collaboration, and for the next 3 weeks we're going to be showing you different ways to use your scraps. This week is all about birthday embellishments, and all the information you're going to need is below in the description box, including the link to the next person in this collaboration, because you're going to want to see them all. I don't know about you, but I have more scraps than I'm ever going to use, and I keep my pattern papers sorted in Ziploc bags according to, theme, like feminine, masculine, vintage, whatever. And then I keep all of my little tiny scraps in Ziploc bags according to color, and my bigger scraps are in bigger bags. But this is just a fraction of what I have, so I am a true scrap hoarder. So as you know, in today's Scrap Hoarder collaboration, we are doing birthday themed embellishments. And I thought about doing butterflies and changed my mind. I thought about doing balloons, changed my mind. I thought about doing little present gift box type of embellishments and remembered I did that in our holiday version of Scrap Hoarders, and I'll put a link to that here on the screen. So I decided to think outside the box and make these little itty bitty tiny birthday cards that can be put on the front of a birthday card or a tag or whatever as an embellishment. And I'm even going to show you how to make cute little envelopes to go with them if you would like to. So let's get started. So let me start with the one that I've already made. So I used this cute little frame which came from, let me get it over here, this die set right here. And I just used that recently, and this was just a leftover piece. And this is also a leftover piece because it was the center of a pink one that I had made. So it's going to fit perfectly right in the center of this white frame. And I heat embossed Happy Birthday on the pink part, and then I pieced it all together. And here is the card itself, and let me see, what were the dimensions on that? 1.5 by 2.5. So this happens to be 1.5 inches high, 2.5 inches wide, and then I just folded it in half to create the card and put it all together. And I added this cute little flower, and that is how easy this was to put together. Oh yes, and I stamped Make-A-Wish on the inside. Now you can make these any size that you want with any scraps that you have. You don't have to have it be a certain size, but I happen to be using this size for right now. Okay, now let's make one together. I've already cut the pieces, and I actually had recorded that and discovered that mostly you got the back of my head. So what I've done is I've cut a piece that is 2.5 by 1.5, and let me double check that. Yep. Okay, and then I folded it in half like so, and I cut this piece to fit right on the front, so it's actually 1.25 by 1.5. And I'm just going to grab my glue here, and we are going to glue that on the front. This is so easy to do, it is unbelievable. And like I said, just scraps, any size scraps that you have. You can make this smaller, you can make it bigger, you can make it square, you can make it rectangle, anything that works for you. Okay, let me get this lined up here. All right, now I'm going to put this on. I'm going to show you. It's the same thing as I had on the other one. And I can't get it to focus good, but it's really sparkly. Can you see that? And that is because I used Close to My Heart shimmer brush in clear. So it's kind of like, I think, Wink Stella or things like that. And I actually did the same thing on the butterfly. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so to put this on, instead of using my beacon, I am going to be using, this is messy, there we go, my Zig 2-way glue pen, and I absolutely love it. And the reason why is because something like my beacon will kind of ooze out, and this doesn't. It just nicely goes on there, doesn't ooze out anywhere, and I really like it for things like this. So I'm going to take that, move that to the side, and just kind of line this up on here, like so. Okay, and that's what we have so far. Okay, get it nice and lined up. Let me put my cap back on that glue. And now I'm going to take this really sparkly blue, beautiful, close to my heart glitter paper. And I really love their glitter paper because it doesn't come off. You know, I've used glitter papers before that end up all over the place, and this doesn't. And I gotta make sure I get this in there the right direction. There we go, because it fits perfectly in there, because that is from another one where I had cut this out of that sparkle, and so that is the centerpiece that I didn't use. And now you can see why I save all of my scraps, because they come in handy. And then I'm going to add this butterfly to the front of this one. So let me get a little glue back there. I'm not putting glue all over the entire thing, just kind of in the middle, because I want the wings to still be able to pop up. And I'm going to put that right there. And the one nice thing about something like Beacon 3-in-1 is that it will adhere to glitter paper. So there we go. Now that that's done, we can stamp on the inside. We could have stamped on the inside first if we wanted to, but let me get my stamp. Okay. Now the stamp I'm using is also from Close to My Heart, but it is from a long time ago, so they don't sell that anymore, and it just says happy birthday, and it is a nice little stamp. So get that inked up there. I'm using my Memento Tuxedo black ink, and I'm just going to open this up and stamp. And I don't think I have it centered, but I might. Close enough, because I think I smeared it. What a bummer, it moved, but that's okay. So there we go. We have a cute little embellishment for the front of a card, and of course you just adhere the back part to your card, and then it just opens up like that. And actually, if you keep watching this Scrap Hoarders series, in a couple weeks we are going to be doing birthday cards, and I will be using these on some of those cards. I decided to add a little rhinestone there in the middle of the butterfly. So what do you think of this one? Now, for those of you that don't have any dies and any scoreboards, this one is for you. And you don't even have to ink the edges, even though I'm going to. So if you do have inks and you like inking the edges of things, this is perfect. But like I said, you do not have to ink the edges at all. So I'm just going to do this here really quickly. I'm not doing a lot. I actually thought of distressing the edges as well, but changed my mind because I really want this to be easy enough for anyone to be able to do. And I mean anyone. So like I said, if you don't have a scoreboard, you don't have die cutting machine, this is for you. All you need is your scraps and a pair of scissors. So I did this one again at 2.5 by 1.5. Like I said, you could do it any size you want. I am just folding this in half, bringing those edges together, and creasing the edge, creating the card. So there we go. And I've already cut these to the sizes that I want. You can cut them to any size you want, but I wanted my first one to totally cover the front. And I actually cut each layer 1/8 of an inch smaller than the previous layer. So where this one is the size of the front of the card, so 1 1/4 by 1.5, the next layer is going to be 1 1/8 by 1 3/8. And I'm not layering them straight on like this. You can do that, okay? But I'm going to be doing mine at slight angles. So I just thought I would let you know that ahead of time. But you can layer them perfectly if you would like, and it would look just as beautiful. So I'm going to do this one at an angle like that. Okay, and this one is also going to go at an angle. And this is just such a great way to use up your scraps, especially if you have as many scraps as I do. So I'm going to put that one on like that. Okay, just putting them on at angles. And this one I already stamped and cut down. Let me show you. That says happy birthday. And I'm just going to put my little bit of glue on that. And I'm going to pop that on like so. Maybe I'll put it on straight. No, maybe I'll put it on at an angle. I'm doing everything at angles. That works for me. Okay, so there we go. And then again, you can stamp a sentiment inside. And I'm not sure what sentiment I'm going to put inside of that one right now. I'm not sure I want to put Make a Wish, but you know what? I think I will. So give me 1 second here. Grab that. I'll grab my Memento ink again. And this one says Make a Wish. Let me make sure I've got it going the right direction. Okay. And this time my goal is to not smear it. Okay. And Make a Wish. Okay. Now I'm going to show you how to make cute little envelopes to put them in if you want to. To make the envelope for this size card right here, you would take a piece of paper that is 2 1/4 inches by 2 1/4 inches. And you can already see I have lines there, but I'm going to show you how I got those. So I just take the card and I laid it on here, leaving this triangle at the top for the flap. Then I folded in the corners like that, and then I folded up the bottom. That is how simple it is to make an envelope. You don't need an envelope scoreboard or anything like that. So I'm going to remove the card, and I'm just going to use my little tape runner here and put a little on each side, fold that back up again, and there is the envelope. Okay, now you can put your card in, for example, like that, and leave it open so the recipient can pull it out, or you can put it in, whoops, wrong direction. You can put it in this direction, leaving it sticking out like that. And of course you attach the envelope to your card or your tag or whatever it is you want to attach it to. And for this one, I actually used a page out of a book. So really kills me to do this, but it's something I've been learning to do with just old books that don't matter to me. And so I just use that to make the envelope for this. And I will most likely stick it in like that, leaving it out. And see how this covers the happy birthday? If I wanted to, I can fold that down into the envelope. Okay. And then when I put this in here, the happy birthday shows more. So there you go. That is how simple it is to make these cute little envelopes. And like I said, this was the size for this size card. And all you need to do is when you make your cards, you just need to experiment by laying your card across the paper and figuring out what fits best. So there really is no certain dimensions or directions. It's just trial and error. Thank you all for hopping along with the Scrap Hoarders today, and I hope that you like this cute little miniature card embellishment idea. And don't forget to come back next week for some birthday tag ideas and the following week for some birthday cards. And don't forget the link to the next person is at the top of my description box. Happy crafting, everyone. Bye-bye. If you like this video, I hope you give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, I hope you consider that too. And if you do, be sure to click the little bell next to the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos or giveaways. And I hope you stop by Crafters Castle on Facebook and also Crafters Castle Challenge blog to enter your creations.